Hi guys, it's Josh from Brain Labs and we're back with another b.Board tutorial, and today we're going to be teaching you how to properly power on and off your b.Board. Now, this might seem like a very simple process, which it is, but there's some certain things that you should do to make sure your b.Board is going to run properly. We want to make sure when we're powering on our b.Board that we don't mess anything up, burn anything, or damage our b.Board or our microbit. So when you are looking at sources of power, you do want to keep in mind of the voltage. Different power sources are going to have a different amount of voltage, and the b.Board can actually only handle a certain amount of voltage. You want to make sure that you're not adding too much or too little voltage for what you want to do or what type of project you're doing. So your b.Board requires anywhere from 6 to 12 DC voltage. Now it's important to know that your power supplies are going to tell you what kind of voltage it says. There's AC voltage and DC voltage. We want DC, which stands for direct current. So for example, on the wall plug, it actually tells me right here that it has 6 volts of DC direct current. That means we can use it. If it's AC, that's a no-go. And just so you guys know, batteries are always going to be a direct current or a DC. So any type of AA batteries, like a battery pack, or our lithium ion battery pack. So the great thing about the b.Board, it's only going to take in as much power as it needs. So let's say you're running like an extra couple of NeoPixel strips or servo motors, it might only need 2 amps of power and it's going to draw that in. So now that we understand that, we're going to get into our power sources or power supply. So there's obviously 3 types of power supply we mentioned in our first tutorial. Lithium ion batteries, we got battery packs, and you can also use wall plugs. Now, to get power, there's just a connector right at the bottom, which you plug in your power supply, whether it's lithium ion battery or any of the 3, to. Now make sure your switch is turned off before you plug in any power source. I'm going to use our lithium ion battery. Just going to put it right in the bottom. It's also recommended that you put your microbit into your b.Board first before you plug in any power. So now when you're all set to go, you flip your power switch, which is by the microbit header, and you should see a red light near the switch and also on your microbit. And this microbit is turning on and we're all good with all of our lights. We're good to go. If you're using a battery pack, it actually also has a switch. So you want to make sure that is off before plugging it in, and then turn that switch on first and then the switch on your b.Board, and see now we have power. When shutting your whole project down, it's very important to turn off any switches you have plugged into the b.Board before you turn off your main power. We don't have any fancy connections, so we can go ahead and turn off the switch on the b.Board. And if we're using a battery pack, turn off the switch on the battery pack as well. Now that all our power is shut down, be sure to pull out your power supply cable. Never yank on the wire itself, just grab the header and pull it out. If you are connected to a computer or laptop using the micro SD to your microbit will flash and turn on, but that does not mean the b.Board's turned on. The red light, the indicator, is not turned on. So you still do need a power supply. When we take our battery, plug it in, and now turn it on, and now we have our red light indicator. Now you guys know how to properly power on and power off your b.Board. For more information or more tutorials on the b.Board, be sure to visit tv.brainlabs.ca for all our videos, and we are going to have a b.Board section up there with b.Board tutorials. You can also check it out on our YouTube channel. You can also visit our website, brainlabs.ca, and we have a b.Board section there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, keep prototyping.